welcome to Faithart Design Studio. I am launching another new Faith Windows Kit series. This one is called Golden Glow, and it's inspired by the spring sunshine. It does include a Bible study. This video, I will be showing you that I made two different kits for this same Bible study. This is the Folio project. There's another video that will show you the tall, skinny accordion journal that I made. So be sure to check that out. So you have two choices when you decide to buy one of these kits and do this kit with me. Do you want to make the smaller folio, or do you want to make the tall, skinny accordion junk journal? But let me show you what this is about. So I created this kit because, spring is coming, and what's the best part of spring is all the wonderful sunshine that we get. And so that inspired me to find all these beautiful yellows and flowers and just fun, bright designs to put together for this digital junk journal kit. And, just as that sunshine that we so love and treasure comes in the spring, it brings light and warmth to our world. And so God's love does the exact same thing. God's love shines brightly in our lives when we allow him into our lives. And so this kit I designed to kind of inspire you to have hope, to experience joy and have some gratitude, and just really focus on that the Lord, God, he is our light and he is our salvation. And so we should have no fear. So this is the Folio kit. As I mentioned, it's a smaller junk journal, but it's really, really fun and pretty. And as you can see, I did the policy closure on this one. And at the end of my gold string, I think this is crochet string is what it is. I've added some beads and some things like that on there. And so you open it this way. And what we've done is I have added a whole other piece in the middle, and that's where our window envelope is added, because this is a Faith Windows junk journal kit. And in all my Faith Windows kit, we're using some kind of a window to allow God's word or a picture to shine through the kit. And this video will be showing you, next I'll show you all the parts, the pages and how they come, but I just wanted to show you how pretty it is. Lots of spaces to do your Bible journaling in this Bible study. And I've left the envelope open in the back, and there's where the verse, the Lord will be your everlasting light. I've put that on the card. And then we've got, like I said, lots of spaces to do our Bible study. One of the things that's different about the digital kits that I make is that I would say 95% of my digital kits all include a Bible study, because if you're going to sit and make this gorgeous, junk journal, right? Why not spend time with God while you're making it? And so at the end, you've spent time with God and you have this tangible piece of memory that you can look back and what did you learn from this particular Bible study? So there's more tags that fit in there, and then you close it up, and I put another big pocket here, and this is one of the graphics that I put in the kit. You're going to really love the graphics for this. And I just thought it looked so pretty on the back of her dress. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. And that's Matthew 5:14. And what that basically means is we are the light of the world. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Stay tuned. And what you're going to see is what is exactly in the kit. Then I'm going to show you exactly how to put this together. And then there will be a separate video that will be the Bible study in this series. In this video, we are going to look at what is in your digital kit from Faithart Design Studio, which is me, for the number 17 Faith Windows, which is called Golden Glow. This kit is going to be, it's sized, and I put it together to be a folio. So we are going to make a folio. The other thing that's important about all my kits is I always tell you for best results what kind of paper and which page to print on what kind of paper. So make sure that you print this front page out, because all that instructions are on there. And then you get 2 pages for our 7 Bible verse devotional Bible study. Now I print this on just regular copy paper, and I use this as I do the study, then I always print it again, excuse me, and I make it maybe 60 or 70%. The reason I make it small is so that I can fold it and tuck it into the folio. So later on in the future, if I go to look at what I did, I have the Bible study right in front of me. The next page you are going to want to print, these next 2 pages, you want to print these on vellum. So I've created, here's your 7 Bible verses. These are the exact same things that are in the Tall Skinny kit, and some word art there. I've given you the title, Golden Glow, if you want to add that to the cover. And then I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 pieces of fun ephemera that you can print on. You could do this either way. You could print this on white paper. You could print this on vellum. When you put it on vellum, do you see how it kind of becomes see-through, but really can end up looking like a sticker? So that's up to you. And then here is the 2 pieces that make up the folio. So as you can see, I've got it listed as this is the outside, and then this is the inside, okay? Now, if you are comfortable printing this back to back on your printer and can match it up, go for it. You will see when I go to put this together, mine doesn't work well that way, so I'm just going to put these 2 together like that and glue it and then trim it out, and then it's going to be ready to go. Isn't this going to be just gorgeous? Look at those wonderful flowers and lace and fun stuff. And then I've given you some strips. So here's 2 extra strips in case you want to add an extra piece in the middle of the kit. You can do that. Here's, these are just extra pieces, to be honest with you. So you can use them any way you want. Here's some more ephemera that's on a square. You can cut this down, make this a pocket. I give you so much in all of my kits to make more than, with one printing, you can typically almost make 2 kits out of there. Now you're not going to have the folio again, of course, but you could put it in, you could use these parts to go in a different journal. And then here are some more tuck spots that go with this kit. And here's some more yellow tuck spots. These are smaller because a folio is smaller. And then you get this, which is lots of parts. So here's some strips. Here's some more word art. Here's some tags that match the Bible study and things like that. Here's some tags. There's 7 tags. There's another 7 tags. So you get 14 tags. And then you always get 8 Bible verse study cards. And these are wonderful to use because you can do all of your note-taking on these cards. So that is the Faith Windows number 17 Folio Project Kit. I've had the chance to cut almost everything out, and I wanted to walk you through a couple points, a couple tips on cutting out my kit. I have you, now the way my printer prints, this is going to be different for your printer, okay? My printer doesn't automatically print double-sided. I could put it back in, but I just don't do that. What I do is I print the inside and outside on 2 separate pages, and then we're going to line that up, glue it, and then trim it out. That's, I found, the best way to do the actual inside-outside of the folio. The other thing that I don't cut out at this point is I leave the Bible study pages the way they are, and I don't typically cut out my Bible verses yet. That's a little later step. And then the additional ephemera pictures that I've given you, I'm going to wait to cut those out. And then the 2 strips that are in the kit, I would say to you, don't cut the strip, because it depends on the size, how your printer prints everything, and you want to just glue it down and then trim it, okay? Now, my new printer that I just got does print borderless, so this one is borderless, and this one was from my other printer. I've printed this on 2 different occasions, okay? The other trick is when I give you the tabs, if you go ahead and cut it like this, okay, then you're going to fold it before you trim around the rounding part. If you just fold it in half, okay, and so now we've got to fold it in half. And now go ahead and trim your circle. It makes it work much better because now both sides are the exact same. Instead of, some people open it up like this and trim it out, and it never looks the same on both sides, and I don't like that. So as I said, basically you just cut it out into a square, okay? Fold it in half, and then do your trimming, and then this piece is all set to go into the kit. So we've got that part done, and then we'll make the folio. So I found that some people like the folios and some people like the tall skinnies. So that's why I've created this kit. The Bible study is the exact same. Some of the inside pages and the ephemera that I give you is a little bit different. But you get to pick which one you would like to make. Okay, so that's all ready. Everything has been edged. And we are good to start putting together the outside of the folio. So I'm going to set these papers aside because we're not going to use those right this minute. And we are going to, now I've held this up to the light and I know that I've got it, set the correct way. So now I'm going to just flip it like that, and now I'm going to put my glue on. And where is my glue stick? And I'm basically going to glue kind of like inside of it, like that. Now the Yoo-hoo, I have to be careful because I push too hard and then I get clumps of glue. The Yoo-hoo versus the Pritt is, the Yoo-hoo is a little bit softer and easier to spread than the Pritt. So when I use the Pritt, I usually have to push harder, right? So all I'm going to do now is line up the outside edges as best that I can. And go ahead and do that part. And let me get my bone folder. This kit is so beautiful. I'm so excited about the colors, and the designs are just so pretty. So this is really wavy because the glue. So I'm having to do a lot more work on this one because that glue, I probably should have used my Pritt stick instead. Okay, I think that's going to work. Yeah, when I hold it up to the light. Okay, so before I cut this, I am going to let this get dry. Because if I go and cut it and it's not totally dry, it's not real, I'm going to be really unhappy. Oh, no, it's too late. It's already glued down. There's like a bubble right there. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and dry this. I am going to trim this on my paper cutter because I find that the lines will be straighter and work better. So I'm only going to cut the 3 sides, and then obviously the circle I have to do by hand. There we go. And one more. Let's make sure we got that straight. And there we go. Yes, it worked well. Let me get my scissors. Let's see, I probably should use my small scissors. Okay. I'll trim this out. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. It's paper, right? And we're just making something out of paper. There we go. Okay. And so obviously you know where the fold lines are. And what I find is the best thing to do is I lay my metal ruler where I want to get the fold to go. And see how I'm just manipulating this? It just makes it a little bit easier to then fold it correctly, which now we've got a nice fold line there. Okay, that's just my little tip. And then we're going to do the same thing on this piece. We're going to put that there, right on the line. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing again. I'm just going to gently. Now, the other thing I could do, Diane, you're making this more difficult. Why don't I just do this? Well, if I had the right one in my hand, it would be better. I am just going to score it. Yes, Diane, why didn't you think of that, right? You know, when you don't make something every single day, you kind of forget how to do it. Now we've got that in there. Okay, so it goes like that. And this comes over, and I think we need to maneuver that a little bit better too, because it seems to be too far. Let's move it back to there. Okay. Now, when I fold that, yes, that goes well, and then this goes like that. There we go. Isn't it pretty? Looks really, really good. Okay, I'm going to edge it, and then we're going to start putting the parts together. So here is my plan for my layout. On the inside, I want to do this half circle tuck spot there, and on this side I want to do this one will work well. And then I want to add, because this is a faith window, I want to put a window envelope in here. So I'm going to use this one that I have. Now this is purchased. This is not a piece of junk. I bought this size from Amazon because it's just a really nice little size. And we're going to trim that. Let's go ahead and just cut that off the top, and then I'll show you what I'm thinking of for, yeah, Diane, you look at things and hold it up and then it doesn't work. So let's just go ahead and make sure I'm cutting it straight, right? There we go. Now I will trim the envelope, and then I'll show you how my plan to do. Okay, now I would save this because this is a nice little pocket. See, you can just put that together and it's a nice little pocket. So what I'm thinking is that I will put it, like I said, there. Let's go ahead and glue this down because I already know that's going to go there. So we'll glue that down. Okay, we're going to put that on the corner. That works well. And the reason I like this one is because of the large cards that I use for my Bible study. See, you can slide a whole bunch right in there. So that's why I like using that. And then we're going to put this here. Now this works with our tags. Okay, so the tags fit in there. You can put tags. You really can't put, this doesn't fit. See, it doesn't really work. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. So that'll fit our tags. So we'll put that right there. There we go. That's all set. So those parts are done. And then we're going to put this in here. So how I do this is the envelope is open, and I'm going to cover this whole piece with a coordinated piece from the kit, right? And we'll put it right on there. Oh, I should have been careful. I didn't think about that. It's going to go right on there like that. Now the trick is I actually don't need that bend. I just need a part. So I'm just going to trim it down because we don't need it that much to hold it in. Okay, so we're going to actually cover the back first, which is kind of strange. What I want to do for the front is I'm thinking that I want to use this yellow on that side, because if I put this on the front, it's way too similar. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this on the front, which means then on my back, I could do this on the back. Now that would coordinate and look well. Or I can take one of these pieces. This green, I don't know, that green just did not come out right. I think I'm going to end up using this. Let's use this. Now, I also have, hold on, you can tell me, you can see that in this video, you're watching me think, okay? Because I don't have it all planned out. We could use a piece of this right there, which that would, does that coordinate well? I've also got this piece, and see the difference in the color? So like I said, I got a new Epson printer, and look at the difference in this. Now, this is Epson ink, and this is Copycat ink. I didn't buy Epson for my older printer, but I like the color scheme better than that. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I went and bought that, and now I'm not happy. And the reason I didn't really need to buy a new one. I just wanted to get some other features. Okay, if we do that there, and then we could cover this with that. You see the cows, but that's actually going the wrong direction. Okay, not liking that. I could do part of it with that. Okay, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to just go ahead and cover this because I know that is going to work on there. Does this one work? Oh, the green actually works. But look, again, next to that, it's totally different color. Nope, wrong color. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to put glue on the flap, and we're going to lay this down, and then I'll trim it. Now, the good thing is there's a lot of white in the background of these prints, so the white inside of the envelope showing doesn't really bother me. That will be just perfectly fine. So we'll get that trimmed up. And then I think I'm going to put some Faith wording, verse art inside in my window. Okay, so now that would go just like that. So let's edge this. I'm going to edge it up. Fold it just like that, and we're going to get that edged. Okay, now that's working. Okay, when we glue that on there, then that will work just perfect. Let's make sure we got it folded right. Yep. Okay, so that's going to hold the envelope into our folio. Okay, and now we just need to cover this. So as I said, I wanted, okay, let's think this through. This is going to be in pieces because that's the way I do it. Actually, you know what? We could put this, I think I like that. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to piece it. I have to piece it anyway. Let's do that. Okay, so let's put that piece there, and then we'll piece the bottom. Collage, I'm saying piece. I'm basically saying I'm collaging is what I'm trying to get that idea. There we go. Okay. That looks cute with the cow in the middle. Okay, we'll trim that. Now you want to be careful, don't trim into your envelope fold. Okay, so we've got that. We'll edge it. Okay, I should have edged this bottom. Oh, good, it's not totally glued down. Let me just pop it up for a second and glue it down. There we go. Okay, now see, oh yeah, I'm liking that a lot. And I could just go ahead and piece the rest of this, couldn't I? Or, oh wait, why don't we use this? Yes, look at this. This, I think, will work better. Let's piece it with that. I think that looks really nice and coordinates with everything. See how you always have to lay things out, putting it next to things you think you like. So first I'm going to put, no, we'll just do the sides. Okay, we're going to go ahead and ink it up. on that side because it's going to be right up against there. Okay, we're going to put that down. And as I tell you, there's this window is rounded. I don't keep the round. I make it squared off because it's way too impossible for me to try and do that. So I just go ahead and lay that right on there. Let's see. Yep. And that works. We've got that part on. And we've still got pieces left, so that's going to work. There we go. That's looking pretty. That brings our colors in together. Now, I need a piece. Maybe I'll just do a totally separate piece, Diane. Why don't you just do that? Okay, let's make this somehow is not as straight as it should be. Let's get this straighter and edged. Okay, so it's going to go right there. So let's get that on. I love coordinating all the different patterns. That's just what makes a digital kit to me very interesting, right? Fold that back. Trim that. Okay, and then I need it to be right there. That's above it a little bit. Let's fix that. Of course, it's hard to cut sideways, but we'll make it. There we go. Okay. There we go. Two more pieces. Let's add our next piece. Make sure that I edged it. Right in there. There we go. Trim off the bottom. So in the comments, let me know, do you, is this how you cover your window envelopes? Do you do it, just what's your style? That's basically what I'm asking the question. And you know what we could do is, look, we could put some words along there. A ray of hope, which kind of looks, so either I do that or I come over here and put another little piece in there. Let's try that. I think that would work. Let's just do this. We'll keep the words. And let's see, it needs to be, hopefully I cut this right. Put that right like that. And is that little piece gonna fit right in there? Yes, except I'm covering up a little bit more than I need to. So let's go backwards. There we go. Okay, that works. So for me, it's just collaging, right? Fitting the pieces together. That's kind of how I do this around a window envelope. And I mix and match the patterns because it just makes it interesting. So we may use that later. Okay, the front is done. Now we need to do this part. And so we've got it in there like that. That's what it's going to look like for now, right? And then we're going to flip it over. And do I want to use this or do I want to use this? You're going to see that. This is when I wish you were with me. I think I'm going to use the flowers. Now, it's fun because I have it open that I'm going to be able to cut right into there. Although, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten this out first. There we go. And that, I think, will work a lot better. Okay? So, we'll put the glue all on the back. then we'll put our piece of paper on there. So I'm going to match the corner like that. There we go. Okay. Flip it over, somewhat open it up to get into there. Okay, so this might be a little bit difficult for you to see me do it, but you can kind of guess what I'm doing. Okay, we got that part. And now let's fold that back so I have some space here. And I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim it just like that. There, that should work. There we go. Yep, so it's going to be just like that. Now I have to decide if I want to stick something in there or just leave the white. As I said, because there's so much white in this kit, I don't really have an issue with that personally. There we go. So it would look just like that. I'll glue this down and it will be open. What do I think? What if I put just to the window? Well, maybe I'll stick that in there, that piece. Because it's the window. I want to go to the window top, right? See what I'm saying? Just cover that, and then it looks like it's coming from there. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I don't need this. Okay, so I could put the top of the window is right there, and I'm thinking I'm just going to glue it like that, and then we've got that space done. And then that part, that's no big deal. That's what we're going to do. Okay, I don't want to put the glue on top of there. Let's put this over here. And I'll put that there. Does that work? To the edge. Just want to get it to the edge. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Yes, that looks fine. Looking good. We'll open that and just edge it a little bit. And now we can come back to the envelope, and it can go right in there. And then let's put that down now. So we'll put our glue on. Then you'll see what how I'm gonna put my insert in there. Now with this, you have to be careful when you put it down that you don't want to go over your fold, or when you go to fold this up. There, see, you want to make sure you do that before the glue is totally set, because if you go too far on the edge, then it's never going to close, then you're going to be really unhappy. So we've got that down. There we go. So what I was thinking, I could take this piece and let's see, we can use that piece in there. And I think what I'm going to do is, I have a choice. If I look at what goes in that window, I could put, "The Lord will be your everlasting light," which I kind of like, or I could put the Bible verse right there. Let's see, the steps of a good man, that fits in there also. The city does not need the sun or the moon, that one fits in there. So I've got a couple verses that fit. So what that means then is I need to make the insert for in there. Okay, and that's going to be about right there. It's going to come all the way down and go, the top would be about right there. Okay, I'm going to cut that on my trimmer because I want it to be straight. Now, of course, can I see what I just did? Yes, there we go. I'm going to trim that. Okay, and then we need to trim it there. Now, I don't have this on cardstock, so I'm probably going to have to glue it to a piece of cardstock because I'm going to be sliding it, right? It's going to slide like this. See what I'm saying? How it's going to go in there like that. So do I want to put it on cardstock? See, that looks good. Then I can just put the verse on it exactly where I want it. And then I need something on the back. Well, we could just do that, couldn't we? Yes, we could. It's funny, I'm avoiding these pieces because I think I'm just so upset about the print. I could use the dark. Let's do the dark. Let's do the dark instead. I think the dark will work. This is the right piece. I'll get it yet. Okay, so let's cut that and we'll glue these two. I should glue it together and then cut it is what I should do because then it will be nice and edged correctly, right? Okay, so we'll put that right there. There we go. Okay, now we'll trim it again, and now I've got the piece correct. Yes, that worked out well. That was smart. There we go. We'll trim it here. And our insert is done. So you have to just think about the weight of the paper that you've printed something on, how it's going to work. And somehow that's not straight, but we'll just trim it up. There we go. Okay, now let's go back over here. So this goes like this. And it slides in there, and then we've got the dark. Yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so what do we want to put on there is the question. So I'm going to put "The Lord will be your everlasting light." So now I'm going to trim it from my vellum. Now, the trick with the vellum is vellum ends up like disappearing. The background disappears on light colored. See how that looks like it's a sticker? If I stick it on the dark, you can't really read it, number one. But number two, you can see the vellum part. So I try not to do that. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that we have it in. Let's just set that there. And then I'll kind of, what I'm going to do is just put a tad of glue on it, and then we'll try it. And I think that's where it should be, and we'll find out if it's where it's supposed to be. I want it to be centered. Okay, so we're going to do that. We are going to turn that over. We're going to stick it in there, and we're going to see, is it correct? And it needs to come to the left just a tad. Okay, let's come over here. See, that's what's good about the Pritt. Doesn't dry right away. Okay, that's going to work. We're going to go ahead and put the rest of the glue. Oh, yeah, Diane. Okay. Put the rest of the glue down. Get it nice and glued. And as I said, you see how it becomes like a sticker when I do that? It just disappears. That's why I like to use the vellum for my Bible verses. Okay, that works well. Let's edge this. Now this is a piece that's going to come out, okay? So we could stick, I think our cards will fit in here. I'm pretty sure they do. Yes, see, they do fit in there, the study cards. So I can end up putting some things on the back of this or just leaving it that way. Now, I also gave you these two pieces, and my window is too small for the girl, and it was too small for the butterfly. But what I think I want to do is, what if I put this on the back? Is that going to work as a pocket? That's the trick, because I'm always cognizant of I want to create places where my Bible verse study cards go in, and that's not going to be wide enough on the back. So let's see, I may not end up using those. What's the other way we could do it? We've got some other pieces. Those are our cards. Put all the cards together, Diane. Those are your decorations. We've got those tags, those tags. What else did I put in here? That's just an extra piece. Oh, look, we could use, does it fit in there? They may not fit. Oh no, they do, look. They just fit in there. So why don't we cover this? This is the part from the envelope, see? Let's do that. If I just cover this, first let's glue it down. Let's glue that. So now we made a pocket. So we're reusing, right? Okay, what if, no, that doesn't fit. I'm not gonna use this for inside because we already did that one, but I like the design on it. So either we cover it with this last little piece, which, oh, that looks really pretty, doesn't it? Or we go with the dark green or the light green. Let's see. No. And this is too similar. That's too boring. Okay, we're going to cover it with this. That's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to glue this extra piece right onto the piece of the envelope. And then we have our own little pocket. Another pocket to put our Bible study in. Okay, that worked out perfect. So what you're going to find is, if this is your first kit from me, you're going to say, but I have all this stuff left. Yes, you do. I give you so much extra stuff that typically you can almost make a whole other kit. Or you can do like what I do, and you just put it in a big bin, and as you're making anything else, now you have extra pieces, right? So you've got more words, you've got more tags, you've got all that fun stuff. So all we're going to do is glue that right there, which I like that. So let's glue that down. And we've got another pocket on the back. There we go. Okay. This is looking really nice, isn't it? So now we can stick. So our tags can go in there. Our tags can go here. And we have two different kinds of tags. Remember, we've got the green ones. So we can put those in there. That would go there. We can stick more tags and Bible study notes there. And we can put, as I mentioned, our Bible study note cards or verse cards. They fit in there too. So sometimes you pick a certain, like you kind of just go with the designs. There we go, see? Yeah, that looks really nice. Okay, so we've got lots of spaces, and then these can go over here too. Okay, let's see which ones we've got. So I think I want the green one to be on top. So let's put those three in there. So we know that they fit, and that's the good part. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to finish this up, decorating it, and I will be back to show you how it's done. And then, when this video is over, you want to go to the next video, which will be the Bible study, because I will lead you through the Bible study. So this video was all about making the folio, putting all your parts together so that then you can do your Bible study in it. Be back in a moment. going to show you how I'm going to close this. So in the kit, you had 4 circles, 2 yellow and 2 green. So I've punched them out, and it's with a 1-inch punch, but I've backed it onto some cardstock because otherwise this just wouldn't work. And then I just quickly stamped on it, and I'm gonna put them together, and I'm gonna put my poker in the middle and get a hole in there, okay? And then I'm going to use a brad. Let's, if I can get it through. Sometimes you don't see me filming this stuff because it's frustrating. My fingers don't work as well as I want. So anyway, see how I have the brad in there now? And I just got this really fun one. And then we're just going to put that on there. But before we do that, we are going to go ahead and close that. But you want to leave a little bit of a space in between because that's where we're going to put our string. And I've decided to use this gold. I think this is crochet thread. It's a gold thread. I just thought it would be cool. And so I already cut and wrapped it around, and then I added some charms on the end, okay? So here's what I've done on the end. So what I'm gonna do now with this piece is in between the 2 circles, I am going to put my thread in there, okay? So I've got it there, and now basically what I do is I tie a knot in there. Yeah, just tie a knot. I'm going to do a double knot. We'll do it twice. Okay, and then I can just trim this off because I don't need that. And then what I will do is I will just glue this right on there, and then that wraps around. See how that looks? So now you know how to do that. What I do is I go ahead and cut out the Bible verses. I lay out the tags, and then I match up the verse to a tag. And on this one, I just thought it would be really fun to add "You are the light of the world," Matthew 5:14, on her dress. So there, that gives me my 7 Bible verses, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. Then I'm going to punch my holes and add my fibers. Here it is. It is all finished and ready to do my Bible study. I think it came out really pretty. I hope that you enjoy putting yours together. And so I'm going to show you how it looks. Now, when I say it's done and ready, meaning now I can do my Bible study. So I just stick the Bible verses and tabs in here because the next step will be to do the Bible study and then connect the Bible verse with my notes on a tag. So I cut out the bike. I just thought it was so pretty on that little part. Then I just put this here, and I put some of that fibery, this stuff you can get at Dollar Tree. It comes in every season. It comes in a different color. So that's just a piece of that I laid on there. So you can't really see it, but you can feel it when you're putting it together. And then inside, I went ahead and added my tab, the light of the world, and I stuck a couple cards in here so that I can do Bible study notes in there. And as I said, then I went ahead and put all my verses are on a tag or they're on this. So I am ready to go. So we've stuck those in. I added some of my fun fibers and ribbons to the tops of my tags. Well, let's see, can I get that done? There we go. So we've got that extra spot in the middle. We've got plenty of space to do our journaling. And you're gonna just close that up like that. And then as I said on the back, I ended up adding one of the Bible verses onto her dress because I thought that just looked so pretty, shine brightly. And then there's some of my cards. So here is the Golden Glow folio. I hope that you enjoy the video. As I said, come back go to the next video, which is the Bible study, and then you'll see how we put everything inside. As always, please like my videos. Please share my videos. I hope you are already subscribed and that you've hit the notification button. So every time I post something new, you get to be delighted and encouraged in God's Word.